Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Clangin and Bangin with Mikey, episode 193. Damn, 193. And today, look at my obliques. God damn. Alright. Today what we're gonna talk about, man, is me. We're gonna talk about me. Not in a conceited, cocky way, but just doing a mental health check with me, man. It's important to check in with people that you care about, people that care about you. Because we all go through shit. We all go through trials and tribulations. We all go through certain things that, motherfucker, it's gonna rock us, you know? And the shit that we experience or the shit that we go through is gonna shape us into becoming the person that we're currently becoming, right? What I mean by that, man, is I don't like talking about my problems. I'd rather sit there and figure this shit out myself. And in the process of doing that, I end up pushing people away who actually want nothing but the best for me. I'm extremely reclusive. Don't ask me why, I know the answer to why, but it's just something that I just do. I am the most antisocial social person that you ever meet. Meaning is that if I don't want to talk to you, I'll pretend that you're not even there. And if you and me vibe off rip, bro, we're gonna talk every time we see each other. But what I notice is that my temperament, my behavior is different. I don't know what it is, man. It's like me not being available for small talk, me not taking the same things, that I once did as funny, and just me in general. Just trying to figure out how to move past what I'm going through. And it mainly has to do with surrounding my brother's death. Even now, I can't even talk about it, man. Like the emotions behind it. You expect to lose your grandparents, your parents, simply because you're old, they're older than you by several decades, right? You expect that. You don't expect to lose a twin, a person you came into this world with, a person you did damn near everything with. And when I say that dude was my rock, bro, he was. And the conversations that me and him would have on a daily basis, it would make any shitty day laughable. Because I would come back to the crib and the first person I would see was him. And he would usually send me some bullshit about some random ass sports fact, throughout the middle of the day, and it's like, whether it was collegiate, whether it was pros, whether it was whatever, right? And now I don't have that, man, and it's like, you don't know how badly you need that. Man, the shit me and this boy, we used to talk about, man, he used to always saying, like, bro, why you tripping over her? Fuck her. Like, what? Like, yeah, fuck her. Like, if she gonna sit there and play with your emotions, and she don't need to be here. And that's That's what made my relationship so special, man. It's like what he would always see the good in people. I'll be more like, yeah, I don't know about this, bro. You know, X, Y, Z, yada yada yada, whoop de whoop, right? So at the end of the day, man, it's like it's just something that I gotta go through. Something that I'm still processing. And it's a process, man. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be better next week, next month, or whatever it is, because I'm not. You know, I don't know. All I can do is get, you know, like Tyrese said, I'm making the best of every 24 hours that I get, and I am. I'm not walking around saying woe is me or this and this and that. Cause nah, I ain't doing all that. But what I am gonna do, I am gonna live life to, you know, to the fullest. I am gonna be more open and shit, and try to be more understanding. Not that I'm not, you know, but you know, it's just important for me to do that with people that I care about, people that care about me, and it's also something that you gotta recognize when you need help and what type of help that you need. And I'm not saying therapy is the answer, but you should definitely, you know, we should all look into therapy at a certain point in time. Because it never helped. I mean, like, it doesn't hurt to have the help that will help you look at a problem from a non-biased third-party point of view. I'm not saying therapy is the answer. I'm saying it could possibly help you become better. You know, give you the appropriate coping mechanism skills that you can survive life with, or even develop more. You know, one thing about me is that I don't talk when I'm angry, meaning I don't have the conversation when I'm pissed off, when I'm mad, because there's no point. I would simply say, hey, let's table this and let's talk about this when cooler heads prevail. Now the problem is, can that other person deal with you not talking about it right now? That's the problem, because a lot of people will say, yeah, bro, that's perfect, boom, 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 and never want to talk about it ever again. That doesn't help the situation. That just creates a bigger issue. And it also tells you who you're dealing with too, because if they're not willing to talk about it, you know, especially if it's something behavioral based, but they're quick to bring up your shit, then they're not worth your time or energy, because they're telling you, like, no matter what you do, it's always going to be about how you make them feel. You know, people are so quick to leave out situations and things, and it's like, bro, it's like, what are you doing that for? It's like, why do you feel the need to lie about shit that you did? Why do you feel the need to paint yourself as, you know, like holier than thou when you're not? You know, why do you feel the need to do X, Y, and Z when you know the real reason why this person feels this way is because of what you did? Because of your lack of communication. Like, that's what it boils down to, man. It's like, if I take a wrong take on somebody, I'll be like, yo, my bad. You know, I didn't have all the information. I'm sorry for taking this person's word over yours when I didn't know the whole story. I thought this individual was telling me the whole story. I didn't know. My apologies. And if you can repair that friendship, or that, you know, that acquaintanceship, then go ahead and do that. But if you can't, it's okay. You know, because not everybody needs to have a second chance. Especially when you're lying about shit that has no... Because to me, leaving shit out of a story when you're involved in it, and then you find out what you know, or you're the topic of conversation, and then you find out, oh yeah, well, that's not the entire truth. It's like, okay, what else are you lying about? Sorry, not sorry. I mean, anybody would ask that question, like, oh, what else are you lying about? Because if you're able to leave information out, details out of a conversation, it's a simple conversation, and the conversation involves the person that you're talking to. Again, what else are you gonna lie about? Because to me, while some people say omitting things is not a lie, I'm like, no. It's like if you knew something and you don't tell the other person to help them to help them come to a actual conclusion of the situation, that means you lied. You know? Like, I don't care what you say. Like, there's nothing you can say to to make that individual feel better. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, what are you like? How are you gonna justify your shitty behavior with that? You're like, what? It's like, yeah. It's like you're over here lying about something that you don't need to lie about. It's like when certain people lie about things. Take for instance, oh well, like, oh, I'm single, and you know good and goddamn well that they're not. Oh, me and my wife, or you know, we're getting a divorce and yada yada yada. And come to find out you're not. Oh, she hasn't. You know, I've served her the paperwork, but we still living together. What? No, man. Fuck that. And it's like, just dealing with things like that, it's like, bro, there's no reason for you to lie. Absolutely no reason. Like, I don't understand. Because, like I said, if you're willing to lie about something not manini, that small, you know, what else are you willing to lie about? You know? And when people do that shit, like, you just lose trust in them. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking back to all the situations that I've been in. You know, I ain't saying that I've been an angel, because I haven't. Lord knows I haven't. But at the end of the day, man, it's like okay, cool. Like, do your thing. But at the same point in time, it's like, be honest with people. You know, like, you know, at the same point in time, be honest with yourself. You know, because that's what it is. You know, honesty is the best policy. And while other people may not recognize that, it's up to you to realize what you want and how you want to go about it. You know, like, you don't end up becoming a better version of yourself by doing the same thing. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. That's not how you grow and transform through life. That's how you just stay the same. That's why if you look around you, like, a lot of people, man, they will just simply grow older. They will not grow any wiser. They will not grow any smarter. They will simply grow older because of what they think they do. They think that this shit is normal, and it's not. You know, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people you outgrow simply because of that. But at the same time, it's like, bro, if you had a chance to grow with me, my nigga, then why didn't you do that? Or if you had a chance to change your situation to, you know, to get a higher paying job or X, Y, and Z, or chase your goals or whatever it is that you wanted to do, then why didn't you do that? Why are you sitting here and blaming something else on, you know, your situation on something that's controllable, when in reality you don't want to control it, you just want to bitch about it, you know? So it just things of that nature. It's like bro, it's not that difficult. It's not that hard, you know. And I wish a lot of people would figure that out, you know. Instead of just sitting there, you know, blaming everything that they're going through on an external issue, when reality the problem is internal. And when you don't do that, when you don't recognize that you're the problem, how can you change? Yes, granted, there are some people out there who will cause your life to be a living hell. There are some people out there that you should have never dated, never married, never had kids with, you know, simply because they're not the right person. You know? But you don't realize that till decades later. You know, you're like, fuck, I gave X amount of years to this guy or this girl and they ain't it. And now we got these kids kids with this person who I don't want to be with, who I don't love. I don't even like them. I can't stand being in the same space as them. I'll make it make sense. And what's also disheartening too is like when people who don't know the situation want to give their 2 cents. In reality, your 2 cents doesn't fucking matter. They left the situation because they got tired, and rightfully so. They got tired of the disrespect. They got tired of being lied to. They got tired of being abused, manipulated, whether the abuse is physical, emotional, psychological. It doesn't matter. People have to realize that. Like, oh yeah, well, yeah. Like, no. It's like, at the end of the day, bro, some people just ain't shit. Hate to say it, but it's true. You know, you don't get to dictate how somebody feels about you. You know? Same thing with me. I'm pretty sure there's a plethora of people who don't like Mikey simply because I'm me. Now, is some of this shit valid? 100%. Is some of this shit, you know, a one-sided affair in their head? Yeah, that too. You know, but you know, it's cool. It's whatever. You know, because at a certain point in time, you got to realize, yo, Mikey was cool with them at one point in time. I wonder what they did for him to change up. I wonder what Mikey did to have them, you know, rethink, you know, what they were doing with him. Because like I said, I'm no angel. I ain't a fucking saint. I mean, I may have been born on All Saints Day, but a nigga ain't no saint most days. But yeah, like that's what that boils down to, man. It's like knowing that you just gotta get better. You know, you gotta get better emotionally, mentally, psychologically. And you don't want to go through life thinking the same way at 50 that you did at 20. Because like Muhammad Ali once said, it's like if a man does that, well, I'm gonna switch up the quote. Is if a person does that, is thinking the same way at 50 that they did at 20, all they did was waste 30 years of their life. Because it shows that you don't, you know, that you don't grow up, that you don't get better. And I don't care how pretty the girl is, or how handsome the guy is, how bomb the dick is, how bomb that pussy is. It's like sex, yeah, that's part of the equation. That's not the whole thing. And I wish a lot more people would realize that. You know, I wish a lot more people would realize that having kids doesn't mean you gotta stay together, but it's also your responsibility, if you do have children, to raise them in an environment that is loving, understanding, and welcoming, and everything else. And it doesn't mean that it has to be with your kid's father, your kid's mother. It could be with, you know, somebody you're dating, a close network of friends. Because it's our job to teach the younger generation to realize, like, yo, how we grew up, majority of us, was most likely bullshit. The trauma that we saw, everything that we witnessed, that wasn't what a healthy relationship looks like. Because if you ask anybody post 30 in their 40s and 50s asking, oh, how about your childhood? I guarantee you'll find a lot more traumatic stories, than positive ones. I guarantee you'll find a lot more people walking around with unresolved trauma, generational trauma at that, than ones that grew up in a household that had love and affection and emotionally available and all kinds of shit, right? But it's also our job to recognize that, and it's our job to get better. Because you can't walk around for 20, 30 years of your adulthood and be like, oh, well, I'm like this because my mama ain't love me. I'm like this because my daddy left the family. Like, my boy, my girl, that was when you was like 10. Nigga, you 35. Time to let that shit go. You know? Time to realize that the problem isn't them, the problem is you, because it's like you're just so fixated on being stuck in this one emotion or this one memory that, my nigga, life goes on. With or without you. Life will go on. And the quicker you realize that, the better off you'll be, because in reality, nobody cares. Nobody cares about what you went through, the trauma, the drama, everything that's entailed in that, because you know what? There's somebody else out there who has a worse story than you have, and they're making it happen. You know? And that's what it comes down to. It's like recognizing that, yes, you have issues. Yes, people go through traumas. Yes, people go through all kinds of different shit. But everybody goes through something. You ain't special. You know? The only thing you guaranteed in life is going to sleep every night and praying to God that you wake up the next morning. I'm going to say that again. The only thing you're guaranteed in life is going to sleep at night and praying to God that you wake up the next morning. That's all that matters, man. And just try to get better every single day. And once you figure that out, just try to build on those daily wins, man. That's all we can do. Try to become a better version of yourself, and become that better version of yourself, and realize that most likely the way you grew up, the way I grew up, was most likely traumatic and full of bullshit. Alright, y'all. This is about 23 minutes of your life that y'all won't get back. Hope y'all keeping it full peace. Private player, positive pushing. I'll see y'all next week. I love y'all. Ghosts. Like I always say, know your worth because you're better than what you are. Peace.